He's
Morning,
wondering where we're
Damon.
at. There we go. All
Good
right.
Recording.
morning, Damon. He's one of the
Uh,
best guys that I knew in this industry, also, man.
he is. He is. All
Yes.
right. I guess
Yeah.
we're live. Live in full effect.
Well,
It's
good
Jason
morning.
Yes.
Jason Gugulik, Mark Deeds Kladzinski, and the one and only from Bayonne, France, Rui Eusébio. Did I say
Ah,
how do you pronounce your last name correctly for me?
Eusébio.
Eusebio?
Pardon? Eusébio.
Eusébio.
So we had
Eusébio, it comes from one of the biggest football players in Portugal history,
Mm.
from back then. Today it's Ronaldo, but before Ronaldo it was Eusébio.
So there's an Arizona State Sun Devil wide receiver with your same last name. I believe his number is 83. He's a tackle football player from Arizona State. Kicked
Huh?
some ass this year. So there you go. So
Yeah.
let's get
Good
started,
morning.
man. Good morning, good
Good morning.
afternoon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I am so happy to finally get a chance to get you on camera, to have an opportunity to speak with you.
Oh,
Deeds,
it's
I've talked to you about really a lot. I've talked to almost all of my window cleaner friends a lot about you. You're one of the first
You
guys in
wow.
the industry that I actually had an interaction with, that a positive interaction with, and made me realize that it's all good. We're all pros. Like, we're all in this thing together, and it's all about community. And I want
yeah.
to say thank you before we even get started. I want to say thank you for taking the time, all those years, a couple years ago, and just reaching out to a residential window cleaner from the States. So thank you for your reply, and I'm really glad that, the last two,
Heck
three
yeah.
years we've become buddies.
No, it's me. It's an honor to be here, especially after so many legends coming in your podcast also. So for me, it's an honor. It's a pleasure, man. And well, I just
Well,
hope
thank you.
that people can understand me because, like I said to you, I'm a little bit nervous right now. My English is not perfect, okay, but well, let's try to do the right thing so people can understand me and so I can pass my idea of the things that I do and well, let's see how it goes. So
Nice.
thank you for the opportunity. For me, it's the first time to do something like this, and to give the opportunity also to people to understand uh, what I'm doing and the type of videos that I'm trying to do. So thank you
Yeah.
They
guys.
look nice.
Yeah, your videos are one of the things that caught my eye instantly. Obviously, you post in social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the
Yeah.
big stuff. Do you have a favorite platform to post on, or does it really
Mm,
matter? I mean, do you create different videos for different platforms, or do you use the same videos for all the platforms? How do you go about picking out which videos you want to use?
no, probably I start to do it in TikTok,
Yeah.
but because I have also Facebook and Instagram accounts, I just use the same video and I post in the other social media also. I don't do one special video to each social media because with just one video I lose so many time doing it and editing it, so I cannot. I need to clean Windows also, so you
Yeah.
know.
Takes a lot of
for
time sometimes.
yes, man. For me especially, it takes a lot of my extra time. Uh, so I try to do just one and repost in the other social media also. You know.
Do you use trending audio, like trending audio, or just do you pick a song that you're listening to while you're cleaning and use that?
Well, it kind of depends, you know. To be honest, if you took a trending audio, probably your views are gonna be better. Okay,
Mm.
that's something that I tested before, and I see that the trending audios you have more views than the audios that it doesn't have so many views. Okay,
Mm. Yeah.
but today, in the beginning, yes, I did it more like that, but now I just pick a song that I like, okay, or sometimes, I like to cut in different moments of the music, so I try to choose a music that it goes well with the view that I'm trying to do. Okay, it's been a while that I don't care about the views that I'm having in my video, to be honest.
Hmm.
When I begin, I think everyone likes to have uh, millions of views, okay, but for me, after I I reach 1 million views in one of my videos, uh, I started to think a little bit different. Okay, what type of content I like to show to people. Okay, because it's actually more easy than people think to reach higher views. Okay,
Is it just
uh,
consistency or tagging, stuff like that, or description?
no, I think well, the best way for people reach higher views. First of all, it's to do videos of just squeezing the glass, okay, in the first person videos, okay, in
Hmm.
POV. Um, just a simple video where you squeeze the glass, because there are lots of people that likes to see uh, that. But for me, it's not that I'm looking to do, okay, because you can have millions of views, but people that really do window cleaning, there's a few, just a few percentage of people that are gonna see that video, okay. And normally, to us, seeing someone to squeegee a window, it's normal, okay. So you don't take too much attention. But if you see someone trying to do something different, probably gonna have lower views, but you can be sure that you have a higher percentage of window cleaners that are gonna see the video that you are doing. Okay, that's why I changed. It's been a while, but I changed quickly the type of videos that I was doing, because in the beginning I just like a lot of guys. I just did the videos just squeezing the glass, and well, I have higher views. But like I said, it was not window cleaners. It was people that probably don't. They are not window cleaners. They are not. They don't want any type of window cleaner equipment.
Hmm.
So for me, in the end, it was not the way that I'm trying to do my things.
That's awesome, man. Hey, Rui, I just want to let you know. So, we have friends that pop in on the show. Sean Hart's in the building. Damien, he says your English is fine. Yeah, Sparta in the house. That's my guy right there.
So I'm
Uh,
using this shirt, man,
yeah,
today.
he's the best, dude. Tom Wilson, Squeegee Tom says Rui. Craig Hensel's here. Steve Fishgrun. Jake Van O. Adam Hogan Jr. Cody Smith. Cody, he says, "Is it all right if I ask how old are you, Rui? You want to share your
41.
age?"
I'm 41 now.
40?
41.
41.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're all in that same age group. Um, so what got you, like, where did you start in window cleaning? Where did you come from? What industry did you come from? Were you in the military? Were you in computers? What were you into?
Well, I was very bad at school. Okay. I
Okay.
was, um, well, how can I say this? I was not a perfect kid, that goes to school, that has good
Yeah.
That was good at school. Okay, so then I lost some years. Okay, that I stay in the same
Yeah.
same spot. So after that, I did. I'm actually did formation in the computers. I'm a technician, computer technician. Okay,
Yeah.
that I did for 3 years, but in the end, I didn't like it. Okay, it was very boring to do that. I like it, to play games in the computer, but not to work with that. Okay. So after that, I had opportunity, and that's probably where when I um, begin to have some type of good taste. Okay, in terms of editing videos, I work 3 years being a graphic designer. Okay, with a cousin that he teach me how to use Photoshop, Corel Draw. I don't know if you guys know that type of programs, but I worked 3 years with him. After that, I worked 6 years in the Calvin Klein store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where I learned to sell, to talk with people. I started to speak a little bit better other language than my my natural language. Okay, because I'm Portuguese. I live in France, but I'm not French. Okay.
Yeah.
So after worked 6 years in that store, I was completely exhausted. Okay, because working in the mall
Yeah.
uh, in my country, it's kind of difficult. Okay, the only days that it's closed, it's 25th of December and the 1st of January.
Yep.
The rest of the year, it's opened. Okay, I finished my day of work at 23 p.m. every day. After that, I needed to um, just to replace the product that they were sold through the day, and to manage to prepare the store to the next day. And after 6 years doing that, with the pressure to sold, and I have a manager that it was really pain in the ass. Okay, to be
Yeah.
honest. So one day, my father, it was already here in France, and he sees my situation over there, and he told me, man, why not? You don't want to come here to France and just to change a little bit? And I said, why not? Okay, I didn't have kids at the time. I didn't have also a girlfriend at the time, so I take the risk, and I came here to France. In the beginning, the first job but I didn't speak French at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I could speak English, Spanish, but I didn't talk French because in school, like I said, I wasn't very good, so I didn't. It was a language that I didn't like it. Okay, to be honest. Uh, so when I came here, the only job that I could find, it was in the restaurant, in the probably one of the most famous hotels here in France. Okay, that it was a hotel that it belongs to Napoleon.
Oh shit.
Yes, it is a historic hotel. I was cleaning the dishes. Okay, in that restaurant. I stayed there over a year and a half, and that's when I started to learn how to speak correctly French. And after that, I was tired, okay, to clean dishes. So my girlfriend at that time, I worked for a company of cleaning company, and she said to me, why if I wanted to try to work in the same company, okay? And I said, well, why not? Because I don't like to stop working. Okay.
Yeah.
I think all my life I probably stay 2 months as maximum, okay, without work. And because I needed to change of city, or I needed to change of job, but that's the maximum time that I stay without work, okay, in my life. So in the first interview that I do for that for that cleaning company, it was a female, and she looked at me and she told me, and she asked me, well, if I was interested in doing window cleaning, if I already tried it before, and I said no. Okay, I didn't have any type of experience of cleaning or window cleaner. Okay, even at home I was very bad in my cleaning things, and I'm still am. Okay, but well, I said, well, why not? I can try. So I started to work with a guy. Okay, it was my companion, and that's the guy that probably he told me how to do the movement. Okay, with the squeegee, but it was awful. Okay, I remember now that how I begin, how I work right now. It isn't the same thing. Okay, because when I begin, our squeegees, they are all rust. Okay, we just use 35 centimeter channels. We don't have anything bigger than that. The poles that we use, it was all in the aluminium. Okay.
Yeah.
The younger ones, you know, that you need to
The twist and lock. Yeah.
We had a ladder, but it wasn't in the good condition. We don't use at that time. We didn't use bow ups also.
Yeah.
So when you are doing a private home, as you know, you have your washer and the squeegee in the hands. Some clothes, some clothes in the pockets. Okay, and well, we have one bucket for for two guys. Well, we work that way, you know, and I didn't like it at all. Okay, I didn't like the be a window cleaner. Okay, every time that we need to change of job, I fell asleep in the truck. Okay, it was, I just wanted to finish my day of work to get home and well. To be honest, okay, when I begin, I didn't like it, okay, at all. Okay.
Not many people do.
No, no,
Hey,
it's not for everyone.
Do you remember what year that was? How long ago was that?
Man, I'm being a window cleaner. That's quite a question that people ask me a lot. I'm doing this. I think probably it's my 7 or 8 years of being a window cleaner. Okay. But the first year, not the first year, probably the first 6 months was okay. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Okay. It was very painful to me. Okay. After that, after I started to work with that guy, 3 months later, one day, because he stays, it's him that stays with the truck, okay, every day. So he picks me at my home. So one day, after 3 months that I begin with him, I enter in the truck and he said to me, "So Rui, there's the key of the truck. Okay, this is the paper with the jobs that I need to do. Good luck." Like that, man.
Yeah.
I said, "What? Are you stopped working?" Yes, man. I'm gonna change of job. So, and I said, "Man, but I almost don't speak French, man. I don't. I couldn't even remember how to go to the jobs, you know.
Yeah.
Well, but in the next day, I started to work alone. Every day I use the GPS of my phone, okay, to change to jobs, and that's when I probably started to like to be a window cleaner, okay, my friends, because I had a lot of complaints, okay, when I started to work alone, okay, uh, and I'm not a guy that I lower my arms, okay, so. From the time I started to have a lot of complaints, I decided to do something and to try to learn, okay, and to see how others people uh, do it, okay, just to don't get any more of complaints, you know.
So
And
who are
that,
you watching? Who are you watching to get better? Like you said, you started to do research or you started to pay attention. You didn't want to get any more complaints. So
mhm.
how did you up your game? How did you become a better window cleaner? Were you watching YouTube? Were you watching videos?
Yeah. Uh, well, one of that days, okay, that I had complaints. I was at the company, um, and we had. I worked also with another guy that it was doing window cleaning in the company for 15 years. Okay, when I began, and we had a Mormon accelerator 1.0 lost in the company. Okay, that nobody used it. When I asked that guy that was doing for 15 years uh, why that squeegee, because it didn't see me, you know, a normal squeegee.
Yeah.
He said, "No, man, that is shit, you know, man. Nobody likes to use it."
No one knows how to use it.
Probably it was that, you know. So I don't know, man. I felt curiosity, you know, and so I pick it up. I drive home and I write in the YouTube, you know, Mormon Accelerator. And the first guy, this is true what I'm gonna say to you, man, but the first guy that I see using it, it was Luke the window cleaner.
Shout out to Luke the window cleaner.
Luke Luke.
Yes, I see one of his videos doing a modification, okay, of that squeegee. I started to see other videos of him, you know, the way that he works, the way that he does his stuff. And for me, it was almost a religion. Every day that I come home, see his videos with his wife,
That's five.
and I enjoy it a lot. Okay, to see his videos. Okay, and the
Yeah.
next day, I just try to repeat the same things that I see him doing, you know. And I repeat until the day I could be sure that I could do the same thing. Okay. After that, it comes also Mr. Steve O.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the videos are related. Okay. So probably he was the one that gives me the how can I say this? A little bit of love, you know, that try new
Yeah.
things and new gear, you know. He was the reason that I buy the first silencer. Okay,
Nice.
because one of his videos also. Um, so for me, probably these two guys, I think that probably I see all of the videos that they have. Okay, and that's when I started, okay, to do a better work. I stopped with the complaints, okay, of my clients, and I completely changed the way of work from the beginning until that moment.
That's outstanding. And I love hearing when other guys can send some love to the guys that got them started, that made them feel better about themselves, that helped build them up. because no one starts off as a kick-ass window cleaner. And the majority of the people don't, like you said, majority of us don't like it when they first get involved. I started 22 years ago. I was making $7.25 an hour. I don't know what that translates to in euros or francs or whatever, but it was
It's
shit.
heroes. It's
Yeah,
heroes. Okay.
euros. But I
Right. Oh,
remember
jeez.
coming home, we were doing a lot of ladder work, we was doing a lot of commercial, and I just remember how dirty I was constantly, always dirty after work, and I just didn't like it. And I was just like, man, y'all some dirty motherfuckers. Like that's how I that's it's kind of like what you said. When you first get started and you don't know how to use your equipment properly, you're not like aggressively attacking. You don't have a plan of attack on each job because you're not there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it is difficult. It isn't fun and it's work.
I
But
must say that also for me, I probably started to like a little bit more also because when I begin, we just do straight pulls, okay.
yeah,
And after I started to understand how to work with the Mormon, uh, I started to like a little bit more because for me it was like playing a computer game, you know, man. The pivot motion of that tool, I started to like much more, you know, to squeegee the glass just because of the pivot motion. Okay, that's one of the reasons I started using much more that tool because for me it was more satisfying than just do the straight pulls.
yeah. Well, when you learn how to crank that wrist and twist that pole, it does make things a lot cooler, a lot more
Yeah.
fun.
That's what she
Um,
said.
and yeah, that's what she said. It makes things a lot cooler and a lot more fun when you whip that wrist.
Mm.
So talking about the different tools and things, you've been doing this a long time. You've been creating wonderful content. You've had the opportunity to work with some amazing vendors and reps, and the videos that you create have opened up a lot of different people to our world, right? And you've worked with Maker in the past, and how was it like working with such a popular and awesome brand like Maker?
Man, uh, well, like I said, you know, just one of the videos of Thibaut saying the silencer, it was the unicorn. It
Yeah.
gives me, you know, the envy of buying one. And at that time, it was almost impossible to buy it here in Europe. Like it was very extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And my boss, he knows because I one day probably I talked to her that I like that boa, and I see in the store here in France that they are selling two of them. Okay, and one week after that, I when I went to the company, my boss told, "This is for you. You go. It's a gift because of your work and your dedication to the company. So I hope you
Awesome.
enjoy it." So I see the silencer, man, and for me it was probably one of my best days of window cleaner. You know, um,
I
so
know that feeling.
I still
That's an
yes,
awesome
man.
feeling,
It
isn't
it
it?
was
Yeah.
especially because you just have two of them, you know, selling. So.
Yeah.
The first two silencers here in
Exclusive.
France.
Yeah. That's nice.
One it was for me. So I started to use it. After that, they made this. They started to be manufactured here in Europe. Okay, in Denmark. And they did a giveaway of a Trident belt. Okay, and there's a friend of mine in social media that marked my name in that giveaway. Well, probably at that time they they see my videos. Okay,
Yeah.
and luckily or not, I win that giveaway, and they contacted me. Okay, They say that they like my videos, and I also say that that was a brand that I like it also. And they proposed me to do some videos for them, and all started with Maker in that moment, okay? Because at that time I was working with another um, window cleaner store. Okay, I don't know if people remember. I don't want to say the name here,
Yeah, it's okay.
but well, I was working with another store,
Yeah.
And well, Maker made me an offer to work just for them, and I accepted because I already liked their tools. So for me, it was a
Yeah.
win-win situation. Okay,
Yeah.
so well, I started to do videos for them. Uh, at that time, it was just me and TJ and Squidgy Live. Okay, but that we are doing the content okay for them. I think TJ, he has made more than great work, okay,
Yeah.
with a brand before I came in. And well, we started to do the publicity for them. After that, I told them, because now they have a lot of influencers or ambassadors,
Yeah.
okay, but that idea of to have more people doing content or being an ambassador, actually it was my idea, okay, because I felt that if they wanted to grow more and be a bigger brand, okay, they need to have more people doing content for them, okay.
Makes sense.
So it wasn't possible being just me and TJ. Okay, if they want to get big. So after that, they started to have more people doing their content. Okay,
Yeah.
but
So
it was great. They are really nice people. Okay,
yes.
like I said in one of my videos, I don't spit. Okay, in the same plate that I eat. Of course, we have some differences, okay, but that's probably the reasons I left the band. But well, that's things from the past now.
Yeah, no, and I know how that goes too. And when um people all have to grow, Maker needed to grow. You have other opportunities that allow you to grow too, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
of course.
and speaking of growing, right now you're rocking some WCR gear, some Zero gear. You've recently gotten some new poles. What's it like working with with Team Zero and their gear? How do you like having that stuff in your hands?
Well, just to clarify some things, okay, I'm doing publicity to Zero
Yeah.
and to Window Canary Resource, but I'm not. I don't have any type of agreement. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Gotcha.
I'm very thankful, okay, to Chris, to Sparta, and to Chris, okay, but all begins with Sparta, okay.
Yes.
When I finish with Maker, okay, he gives me his hand, because I was a little bit not lost, but I didn't know if I have the same envy, to continue to do content, okay,
Yeah.
because and Sparta, for me, it was, man, one of the biggest surprises also, because first of all, I didn't know what type of connection that he has with Zero, and neither other connections that he has. But man, he sends me a message, and after that, Chris contacted me also, and well, they were extremely nice. Okay, and
Yeah.
I don't have words to thank both. Okay, and that's why I do this type of publicity to them, even if you don't have any type of agreement, um, because it's my way of thank of say thanks, okay,
Yep.
to people,
Yes.
because I don't think there's any other company in the world that could send me the amount of things that they send me. Okay, so they show me love, and I show them love also, and that's why the for Sparta, man, I have the most respect, okay, that I can have, because for me it was in a very special moment. For me, like being a content creator. So, man, I just have. So the pose, man, and the zero, I love them. Um, they are the best poles that I have worked. Okay, for sure.
Hell yeah.
They are a little bit similar. Okay, like the maker one. Okay,
The mini.
the carbon. But I don't know if they are produced in the same the same place, but the carbon, it seems similar. Okay, the
Yeah.
only difference that I prefer much more the zero, because the sizes of that they have in each clamp. Okay, the maker one. Sometimes I felt that my hand, it was over the clamp. Okay, I tried to talk with them also to see if they coming up with a pole that the extensions are a little bit bigger. But with time, it's something that I get used to. But since I use the zero ones, I like the extensions that are a bit longer, so
Yeah.
I don't have any type of problems with my hands being in the over the clamp. I prefer the dimensions, okay, that they have, because it's more comfortable also to use in hand. Well, I just have good things to say. I love the colors, man. They are
Always
amazing,
hot, right?
and
Just hot shit.
they are
Deets
completely
has the yellow one right back there.
Yep.
Sean Hart, just so you know, Sean Hart just said, "You're very welcome, my friend. Love to see you thriving."
uh,
I want to tell you something real quick too. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So Sean is a guy that is known because his videos and he's with Zero and he has awesome advertising and whatnot, but he's also a really amazing man. Just a really fucking great guy.
yeah, yes, he is,
Um,
man.
I reached out to him and I told him, "Hey, I got this plan. I'm gonna come try, I'm gonna do this road trip." And he and I weren't like friends yet. Like, we had seen each other on in the pro rooms, just like most of us other window cleaners. Unless you have already reached out and texted to some of these guys, I told him I'm planning this trip, and I'm trying to save a little bit of money. Can I maybe stay with you a night or two? And he's like, "Sure." And he's, you know what I mean? Just fucking welcome me in like a homie and let me stay. And it was two of the best nights of my trip. And then he texts me, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to stay an extra day and maybe give me a hand for a couple hours moving into a new pad?" And I was like, "Sure." So we hung out an extra night and getting to know other window cleaners, and finding out a little bit about their story. And it's just something that I really love doing. And to hear Sean's, some of his backstory and just to get to hang out with him was amazing. And it helped me also realize that it's not just Sean that's amazing. It's not just Rui that's amazing. There's a lot of amazing guys and gals out here in our industry that are just doing some awesome things, man. And
Yes, they are, man.
I'm so happy to be a part of the industry. And one of the things that you mentioned, oh, my light's banging out on me. One of the things that you mentioned earlier was like a way that you show your appreciation. Like there's no agreement. There doesn't have to be an agreement between companies or whatever. Like when people do nice things for you, you give it back to the universe, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like it's the same thing with me. Like I want to make sure that everybody knows how thankful I am for all the great things that companies like WCR and Zero have done for me. So I just keep paying it forward. And that's one of the things that I admire about you very much, Rui. I want to go back a couple steps real quick. We were talking a little bit about the languages. So Portuguese is your natural language, correct?
Yes, correct.
But now you speak four. So
Yes,
Portuguese, French, English, and Spanish.
exactly.
That's how what's the hardest language for you to relay information in?
Actually, it is French.
French is one of the harder languages, right?
Man, they have some type of words that they mean the same thing. When you speak, it's the same word, but it can mean two different things.
Yeah.
And they have a special vocabulary, that it's sometimes it's I understand almost everything, okay, but if it's a French start to to speak fast, probably I'm gonna struggle a little bit more to understand. English, I can understand everything, but when I need to speak, sometimes I need to think the words that I'm gonna use. Spanish and Portuguese, and they are not the same but similar. Just to clarify some people, because some people think that Portugal belongs to Spain. Okay, no. Okay, Portugal is a country. Spain it's another country. I see some videos on the internet that people makes mistake that says that Portugal it's from Spain, but no, man. Portugal it's a country, and Spain it's another country. We don't speak even the same languages. It's similar. It's very similar one to another. That they are words that well, they don't change too much, but it's two different countries. Okay.
Some people believe the world is flat and not a globe.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm not that type of guy.
No, I didn't think so.
I'm not that type of guy.
No.
But well, honestly, French, even today, I'm being here. It's gonna be 9 years, I think.
Wow.
And even today, sometimes I struggle not to speak, okay, but to understand some people, because where I live, and especially the place that I live here, there are person that speak French, and there are person that speaks, they call Basque language.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you already understand, but it's something that it's not French, it's not English, it's not Spanish. They have their own language, and that it's difficult. I just know some words, but my focus it's French. Okay, because the majority of people here they speak French. Some of them they can understand the Spanish, but in general, French people they struggle to speak English. Okay, we Portuguese, for example, the vast majority of Portuguese, okay, they can understand English because all the movies and series that they pass in the television, they are in English, okay, and then you have the subtitles. So we are familiar with English, but French here, for example, if you see a movie, an American movie or English movie, they translate the voice to French. Okay, they don't.
Oh, they dub it.
Yes, exactly. Okay, and in Portugal, no. The movies they have the original voice, and you have the subtitles. So we are familiar to English more than French or any other language.
Gotcha.
What do they call a Whopper at Burger King?
A Whopper.
A Whopper. So I know a quarter pounder with cheese is the Big Mac.
Yeah, it's a hamburger, man.
Le Whopper.
Take
It
over for a
doesn't
sec,
have
Dave.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
have any type of special special thing. We just call it a Whopper.
Okay, cool. One of my
But it's
favorite
a
movies.
normal hamburger, you know.
Yeah, indeed. What kind of rubbers do you use? What are your top three rubbers you enjoy putting on the
Man,
glass?
my first one, it's Hattori for sure.
Yep,
Okay, for me it's the best rubber that I use. This, yes, man,
good stuff.
that's the feeling when you use a fresh rubber. It's
It's like
it's
butter.
great.
It's like,
Yes, man. That's my
yes,
favorite rubber of all. After that, for me and where I live and with the weather that I have here, okay, the rubbers with the color rubbers, okay, they don't work good here. Okay,
okay,
I have tested the Anger Green. I have tested the blue from Norman, and it's not because of where I live. I think it doesn't.
sure.
Okay.
It's
He
because of
said
the
you
blue
can't.
stuff.
He said you
Uh,
can't blame that on
but
climate.
I tried also the gray one, and it's probably more durable, but the same thing.
Sure.
The only colored rubber that I tested and that I actually could work with, it was the yellow one, the spotless. I think they call it like that,
Nice.
um, and they work normal. Okay, I can say. After that,
Sufficiently.
efficiently, okay. In the summer, because here in summer the temperature it can make 40 degrees. Okay, I don't know if you use the same.
No.
It's
Use
about 80
different. Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
So I like to use Pulex hard in that type of days, especially, but just if I'm working. Direct with the sunlight, okay, because if it's not in direct sunlight, I still use Adobe.
Mhm.
But if the glass it's very hot, I like to use Pulex hard. Okay.
Yeah. I did
So
a I did a ladies.
Normally
Okay.
Adobe for me it's
Yeah,
my
Ettore is the
yeah.
top of the shelf actually.
And also I man, if you ask me what's your favorite handle in hand, man, I am gonna say that I like to use the Sorbo ones because the colors of the special editions that they have.
Yeah,
But the most comfortable handles, at least for me, okay, this is just my opinion.
yeah.
It's the Atari ones. Okay, that's one
yeah,
of the things that people, or probably the most people, don't know. Exactly, man. The
nice.
Atari ones
Aluminum
for me.
brass.
The how can I say this? The most safe shape, okay, for something that you can have in hand, it's rounded shape. Okay, they made tests with guys that, for example, a professional computer gamer. Okay, you know that they need to have their mouse
Yeah.
every time in hand. Okay. So the most safest shape to use in hand, it's rounded. Okay, if you put a thing that it's triangular shape, like the several ones, they are not round. They have some type of
Yeah, it's like a
Octagonal. Yeah.
hex or something.
in a while, it started not to be so comfortable. That's why, for example, I don't understand why the last pole from Unger it has a triangular shape, for example. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was a good idea because
Because
especially if it was comfortable, there was something already in the market that they have the same type of shape. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
why they did that, but well, they probably have their reasons.
anti-spin probably.
Yes, but if you're working 3 hours with that, and I have the zero ones. I don't have any type of problem with the anti-spinning. They are round. You
Yeah.
understand? The
Yep.
problem it's not the shape. It's probably the clamps. You know,
Mhm.
and the less clamps from longer, they are well. They are not so
No,
good.
bien.
Okay.
No bien.
Well, but for me,
No bueno.
the most comfortable squeegees to use in hand, they are round. That's why I prefer the Tory ones. Okay, they work just great. Okay.
Yeah, I started on an Unger and Etery stuff, and then about 5, 6 years ago, I went to Sorbo, and I've been a very
I
staunch.
like the clips of servo.
I do too.
I actually prefer the clips of servo than the Tory ones. Okay,
Yeah,
to
and
be honest.
I love their firm rubber for here in Arizona. It just seems to work for me. Um, it lasts a long time. I don't. It's kind of like that same thing. The Etery rubber is primo. The Sorbo rubber is primo in my opinion as well. And like you said, it all goes to personal preference.
Yeah,
Um,
in the end,
but
it's that.
there's something that just felt like you mentioned about the Sorbo handle.
Mhm.
Like when I first put it in my hand, I was like, "Ooh, this feels good." Like it felt a little more sturdy, or like I don't know. And then also like Maker uses basically the same handle for their brushes. So it's kind of like, it seemed to work wonderfully for me because I've been using Maker for a long time on the brushes as well. So it just almost felt like it was second nature after, or you know what I mean? Like it just felt right. So that's something
Well,
I really dig.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you one thing. You know, one of the things that I propose because I was also testing
Yeah.
things to make it. Okay, I was not just doing publicity for them. I was testing also their things, the products they are gonna release. Like for example, the jitterbug that you have in
Yeah.
your belt over there. Okay, yeah, I tested it. Okay, before they release, I can say that the first prototype that they had, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't have the same size, neither the same clip handle. Okay, uh, so I give my opinion, and what you're seeing right there, it's they change
Yeah.
what I said that it wasn't good. After that, the material that they are using, it's okay. Well, my opinion also, I give it to them, but they are releasing the jitterbug, and also I tested also something that probably it's going to be also in the market later on. So I didn't finish completely. Okay, with
Giving your
them
input.
we still have a good relationship. Okay, I just don't do more publicity to them. Okay, but I'm sorry, I forget the questions that you put me, man. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember
I
either.
know
Oh, we were talking about
the
that we
handle
were
of
comparing
the
the handles to the Maker,
yeah.
the Maker.
One of the things that I said to him since the beginning, okay, uh, it was that they need to rebuild their T-bar, okay, for me, in my opinion, okay, not because it's similar like Sorbo, but because I think they could have something uh, more comfortable, okay, to do something more comfortable, okay, to people because the T-bar is something that you use a lot in hand.
Yeah.
Probably more, you use more your washer in your hand than your squeegee, okay, because
Yes.
your washer you need to scrub, and your squeegee just do one pass or do a quick move. So if you have something that it's more comfortable in hand, that from my first day with them, when they asked me what I think about their gear. Okay, it was one of the first things that I said, that they're probably gonna have to do a rebuild of their T-bar, because at that time I just couldn't work with the Sorbo ones because of that, because of the shape of the handle. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm more used to use it, but at that time for me it was, I couldn't use it. Okay.
Yeah. I got that jitterbug just a couple days ago. I had my first opportunity to use it. I did not, I don't know if it connects to a pole or whatever. I use it by hand on some French panes that it worked perfect for yesterday. Seems like it's going to be a decent little product. I'm happy to have it in my hand. I always just like,
For
I'm kind
people that work with ladders, for example, for guys that, and if you need to take it off calcareum of a glass, you know, and to need to apply something to make more pressure in the glass, I think it's perfect. But well, let's see if the material, it has a good durability, you know. That's one of my concerns with it.
got it. What is your daily schedule, your routine like? Are you mostly commercial? Or are you mostly residential? What is your routine like?
For the company that I work, we do all type of things, you know, private houses, hotels, hospitals, retirement houses, construction cleaning. We work with the elevator truck. I don't know the name that you give to that in English.
What?
A
Elevator
boom
truck.
lift?
Oh yeah.
A boobless.
Yeah, boom lift, maybe.
Left, you know, it's a truck that you have an arm with that the two. Okay,
Oh yeah.
so we do all that also. We don't use cord. We don't do like Fletcher. Okay, for
Yeah,
example.
you don't do
Okay.
drops.
Yeah, we don't. I almost did the formation to do that, but one I was also inside. Okay, my boss, they put me to have that formation, but 1 month before it started, my girlfriend told me that she was pregnant. That's true, man. And I said, okay, I'm gonna stay right here, you know. And well, I was just afraid, you know.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That's totally reasonable.
Yeah. So my day of work, I started at 5 a.m. every day. Okay, we have a lot of office that we can just do when they are closed, and I finish at 12 p.m. every day, from Monday to Friday. And after 12 p.m., you know, I do my personal clients, my extra jobs that I have gained through the years. So I try to schedule my extra jobs from 12 p.m. until 16 p.m. You know.
That's awesome, man. It sounds like you're always busy, which is what most of us really want. One of the great things about window cleaning is the fact that we're always moving. Physical fitness is something that's kind of important in this job. You're always moving, doing things like that. So I'm guessing you add a workout regimen in there somewhere.
If I have a what? If I didn't
If you
understand.
add a workout regimen, like do you?
Yes, when I don't have extra jobs to do, I go to the gym. I have the gym just 5 minutes from where I live, so
Nice.
and I think it's something that every window cleaner should do, you know, because our job sometimes it could be intense, and if you want that your body respond, you know, to what you need to do, a good physical preparation, it's very important, you know, just not just for your body, but also to, yes, to your head, man. to your head.
It
You know that when I begin to do this, now I probably have 16, 74 kilos. I don't know.
so
the
74 times 2.25, whatever that is.
well, but when I
I only
begin,
I know the kilo weight from the old days, the 1990s.
yeah.
Oh, I cracked
About a
myself
liter of
up.
cola.
But
No, I'm
when
talking
I
about keys,
begin,
baby.
I had 58 kilos, man.
Damn.
I was like a fucking chicken, man.
So you dropped about 30 pounds.
No, now I'm good, you know. But
Yeah,
when I
no, that's what I'm
begin,
saying. So you've dropped about 30. That's outstanding.
yeah,
Um, I wanted
especially after being a father.
you got to stay fit for the kids, right?
Yes, man. But they, he makes me be strong also, you know, because my kid did something. He has more energy than me, that's for sure.
Yeah. I've experienced both Deeds and I are dads. I experienced, being a dad when I was young, then when I was in the middle of my life, and then later, I had a kid at 40, 42. And
Whoa.
yeah, talk about chasing, trying to stay in shape and whatever, man. They drain you from energy. So I understand what it's like maintaining the father, aspect and juggling, and Deeds gets it too, man. Chasing those little ones, they are a lot of work.
Man, I just have one, and I don't think to have a second one. Okay, because this one, and especially for me, for example, you know, when I begin at 5 a.m. and if I need to finish at 16, okay, that's the moment I need to finish at 16 p.m. because it's
Yeah.
Juliet to go pick him up in school. So just after I finish my day of work, you know, I'm gonna pick him up, and when he gets out of school, you know, he comes with a lot of energy, you know, and wants to play. And I'm the type of father, you know, that likes to play with him also. I don't
Yeah.
like, you know, to put him in front of the television. And so doing this every day of the week, especially if you are working so many hours per day, sometimes it can be difficult, you know.
Yeah. Hey, recently you got the honor of being on the cover of American Window Cleaner magazine. How cool was that to see one of your photos in print in a publication that goes all over the place?
Well, to be honest, I got that because of makeup. Okay, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna clarify also this. You know, probably I couldn't have that opportunity if I wasn't working with maker. Okay, it was them that contact AWC, and AWC contacted me, and so it starts over there.
Still quite
Uh,
an honor, though. That's pretty awesome.
Man, yes, it was. I never, like I said to Jason one time, you know, I already achieved some things that I could never think or imagine that it could happen, you know, and that's one of them. I was the first French Portuguese working in France to be in the cover of that magazine. Before me, we have another guy that he is a store owner that it appears in some articles in the middle of the magazine, but it wasn't the cover of the magazine.
Yeah.
So for me, working in France and being Portuguese and being the first one, it was something that
Heck yeah.
well, yeah, it was an honor. Okay,
Yeah,
especially because all of the guys that appears in the cover, they are legends, man. They are legends in window cleaner. And
it
I
is
never thought, you know, that it could that I could have that opportunity. To be honest, you know.
it's really awesome that you acknowledge Maker on that one. Again, a lot of people wouldn't, you know what I mean? That's the humility aspect. One of the things that I love about you, Rui, and I
I
admire.
try to be true, you know, every time, you know. I
I
have to
know.
give the merits, to the people that that's my education. That's how I try to live my life, man.
And it's funny is like people who don't know you or you know what I mean? Like they just see content. They don't understand you as a person and the humility that you show and the integrity that you also go about and how you go about your business is something that I admire from way across the pond. You know what I mean? It's because
Thank you, man.
especially when you have so many followers, so many viewers, obviously you get some assholes that want to throw some shade or throw some hate in the comments, and it's like, yeah, whatever. But they don't know you. So tell them kick rocks like you always do, and that's what I love about you too. It's like, hey, like Michael Jackson once said, just beat it, fool.
Man,
So
I think that the most of people that comes to criticize my work, I think they probably don't understand uh, the type of videos that I'm doing. Okay,
yeah.
because it's not that I don't know how to be efficient, for example, or or it's not because I don't know how to be fast, or something like that. I just want to give image in my videos of this work, a cool image, just try because here in France, especially here in France, a lot of people they think that this job it's an inferior job, compared with others. Okay,
Yeah.
and we have a lot of difficult to find people to do this actually. Okay. Uh, I can speak about, for example, in the company that I'm working, we have tried so many people to be part of the company to try to put them doing window cleaner, but in the end it was they didn't stay or they didn't like it. So with my videos, I try to give an image of a cool job, that people can enjoy, to do it, that it's an awesome job. It's not inferior with any other type of job that you can do. And especially in the future, when my kids, like I said, man, when my kids see my videos, you look at it, you can look at it, you can be proud of what his dad is doing for a living. You understand, man?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I do the videos that I'm doing. Okay. Well, right now I'm a little bit more turned to brands and gear. But the idea of my videos are that, okay. But I can accept that sometimes the way I'm doing my things, they can be a little bit cringe, especially to the old generation of window cleaners.
Yeah.
Um, I touch some nerve over there, and I know exactly how how, how to touch that nerve.
Yeah, I get
Uh,
you're stirring the pot sometimes,
yeah,
right?
man. Yes, that's I know, man. I know, but well, sometimes I do it. I do it purposely,
Yeah.
but sometimes I don't. There are some things that also because one thing it's the point of view when you are recording. Okay, like for example, I'm going to give you a nice example. A lot of people comment, man, why you using a pole when you can reach it by hand, for example, but
Yeah.
the point of view when you are filming, it's not the point of view that you have in front of
Are
the
working.
glass. Okay, sometimes when I'm recording, it seems that I could reach by hand easily, okay, but it's not true. Okay, when I'm in front of a glass, you have this type of difference. Okay, for me to the top of the window for where I could actually squeegee the window, man. But well, that's something that people that do content already know, but
Yeah.
from guys that don't do content, they when they see the video, okay, they think, man, why this guy is using a pole when he can reach it by hand? And actually, man, the majority of the bad comments that I have, they are people that probably they can be window cleaners, but they don't you don't say that they are window cleaners, okay? Because they don't
Yeah.
show anything about window cleaners. Some guys didn't also have a fucking photo, of profile. So that type of commentaries, I just, well, I don't. If it's someone that it's relate in the business, and I see that it's a window cleaner, that he makes content of window cleaner, I try to understand what he's saying and try to, well, to be
Yes.
gentle,
Fair.
fair, okay. But if it's someone that I see that doesn't lost a second, to in this business, man, I just don't care what they trying to say.
No, I totally get that. I'm gonna touch on something that you mentioned real quick, and then we'll probably start wrapping up. But like you said, you do the videos to let others know that this is a solid job. This is a
Yeah.
career. I my phone's about to die, or my laptop's about to die. The I felt like this job at one point in my life was like a menial job, a less than me job, right? Like I thought I was better than being a window cleaner or a janitor, basically, is what I thought in my head, right? After all these years, I know that this is exactly where I should have been this whole time. So it's the way that you look at things when you go about it, first and foremost. So I love the way that you show our industry to others, because it does let others know that this is a great industry, and there is some beauty behind it, not just the dirt and the grime. So thank you for that. Um, as we go ahead and wrap up, one of the things that we like to do at the end of the show is let anybody give thanks and gratitude. So we'll give you like a minute or two to let anybody know that you want to say thanks to, or obviously sometimes we forget, but give anybody you want to give a shout out to.
Well, I have so many guys that I would like to thank you. Okay, so probably I'm gonna not. I'm gonna thankful to everyone in general.
There you go.
I don't. Well, probably I'm gonna refer to one, because for me it was an inspiration, that one of the guys that one of the reasons that I started to do videos. Okay, and for me, he still is an inspiration. And his videos, they are getting better and better every time that I see them. That it's Master Squeegee, Nick Williams. Okay,
Mhm.
Oh, he's a
I would
gangster.
love to see here in your podcast also,
For
to try
sure.
to understand how this guy, because for example, for me, I have a past, in terms of, I was a graphic designer, so for me it was easy, to do videos today. I don't know what Nick was doing before this, but man, I think his videos, for me, he was actually the reason why I started to do my own videos. Okay,
Cool.
I already tell him more than once. So well, I'm gonna make a shout to him,
Yeah.
and I hope you can convince him, to
I just put it in the
be on
chat.
your podcast.
I just put it in the chat, Rui. I was like, "Hey, much love from Rui, and let's get you in the show." I've
Yeah.
put it out to him before too, so hopefully we'll get him in. We have Jordan Eklund coming in on Friday, and he is
Jordan, man, is probably one of the best guys I've seen working with the pole, with the Hunger Zero. Man, I don't know anybody else that can make the things that he's doing with this Hunger Zero, man. And he's also, yeah, man. But I
yeah.
prefer with the editorial locking system.
I'm excited to have him in too. Um,
He's a great guy, also.
yeah.
Do you know that the first guys that follow me in social media, especially in TikTok, they are actually Americans. Okay,
Huh.
one of the first guys, probably the first one, it was Outlaw.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Tim?
yeah, Tim. Okay, it was of first, probably the most oldest follower that I have, and the first one. And after that, it was Nick, and that's where I started to see his videos. Um, but these two, they are probably the oldest followers that I have, because in the beginning, the majority of people that was following me, it was actually American. It was not even neither French, neither Portuguese,
Huh.
neither anyone in here in Europe. It was the American, the American people.
That's
Nice.
outstanding. And I actually got an opportunity to hang out and talk to Tim a couple times. Um, good dude. Good dude. So
I love also his YouTube videos, man. Sometimes with
He's a funny
the
guy.
yes, he's a funny guy. It's one of also the videos that I see back then. It was from him, of course. I see also from TJ from Squidgy Live.
Yeah.
Uh, but the videos that I learned the more, without any doubt, it was from Luke and from Steve.
Yeah. Oh, Jason's back. Jason just popped out. I think his thing died.
I think
Let's get him back in.
his dog is eating his cables.
Yes.
sorry
He's
about
back.
that, guys.
Yeah,
My bad.
you have a nice wall over there, Mark. You know.
Yes. Well, thank you. Ton of stuff. I just got to remember to bring all the shit when I need it. So French pain. So I grab all the smaller channels. It's fun, but it's OCD, so it allows me to check stuff off what I'm using for the day and
Yeah.
such. So thank you.
You know that the French pains, they call it French pains, but here in France, of course, we have French pains, but not so much that probably that people can imagine, you know. And one
Sure.
of the things that it's rare here, we don't have screens, for
Wow.
example.
Okay.
No, I
Interesting.
didn't see too much. We have some type of windows that when you look, they look like they are French panes, but
Oh,
when you are
faux
closer to
pains.
the windows,
Yeah.
no, you can open it. Okay,
Oh,
it's like and then you have the complete window to do it.
neat.
That you can do it. We have that, and it's not, just to clarify to some people, because some guys, why you don't use a ladder, man? I use my ladder, of course, okay, but I'm not allowed to work in a ladder, especially to window cleaners. We are not, in the law, in the French law, we are not allowed to work in a ladder. We can use a ladder to exceed some safe ground, so you can work, okay, but we are not allowed to work in a ladder here. Of course, I use, especially in construction clean, especially if it's the first time that I'm cleaning something, I prefer to be nose to the glass. But I can't also show it every time, because we don't know when this type of guys that controls that type of things, you know, they can see their videos, they can
Oh yeah.
appear.
Got to be
Uh,
careful what you post.
yeah, that's one of the reasons. And some guys, they can say no because you don't know how to use ladders. I have formation to use ladders, man, and I need to renew that formation every 2 years. Um, but that's the law. They had a lot of work accidents with ladders,
Yeah.
so they put that type of law to every window cleaner. Okay, that's why.
Yeah, it's outlawed for
Yeah,
danger fall purposes.
it's not
Yeah,
because we don't know how to use it, because there were
too
lots of
expensive to fix
people.
your legs. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I that guy that I was saying that it's working, that was working 15 years when I began in the company doing the window cleaning. I picked his place because he felt off a ladder, and he
Ouch.
stays 4 months, okay, without work. Um,
Yikes.
and even today, he can't walk normally, you know, because of that accident. You know,
Wow. It's
yeah.
unfortunate. Sorry about that.
Well, regulations are there for a reason, right? That's why people are safe now.
Yes, use a pole, use water fed, use everything you want, man. But if you can't, I'm sorry to the leather guys, man. But
That's on you.
I prefer to work safe.
Heck yeah.
Because I have a kid to maintain, and I will love, to run after him, especially when he grow up. So
Yeah.
I will continue to do the safest way possible.
That's
Nice.
what it's all about, to get home safely. But
Oh yeah.
yes, I think we got to wrap up. I gotta head out shortly.
You got it. Well, you want to give a shout out, or did you give that while I was fucking with my
No, just
laptop?
thank everybody. Thank you, Rui, for coming on. We appreciate all your content, your videos. It's awesome to get to hear your story and see what you're all about. We appreciate it. So thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jason, for the awesome questions.
You got it, man. And Rui, dude, you mean a ton to me as a friend, as a fellow cleaner, as a guy who does a ton for this industry. I appreciate you reaching out to other cleaners when they send you messages. I know that some of us don't always respond to when people send us shout outs or whatever, but I'm really glad that you took the time to do that for us. And thanks to WCR and Zero for being or allowing us to post in pro, and for always being there for guys like Mark, Rui, and myself, and for everybody else in the industry, because that's what you guys do. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Zero's in full effect today.
Zero's and Sparta also.
And Sparta,
Go Sparta.
always Sparta.
Always Sparta.
Shout out Sean Hart, and shout out Damien too, another one of Rui and I's good homies, who's always been a good friend of the show. So, and John
Magdos, also a
Magdos.
fantastic job, man.
Yeah, and one last one, Squeegee Tom. I know you're going through some shit today. Be well,
Prayers
take
up,
care of your family, and much prayers. We love you all. Rui, thanks again for hopping in, and we'll talk soon. Okay, guys?
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Peace out. Have a great day,
Thank you.
Deeds. Later,
Bye-bye,
Rui.
guys.
Everyone.